Hello everyone, it's Maha here. Really nice to see you. Thank you so much for being here. I'm very excited today because I'm going to talk to you guys about one of my most favorite celebrations of the year, the Persian New Year, which is called Nowruz. Nowruz means new day, and it marks the first day of the Persian calendar year, which coincides with the zodiacal calendar year, the beginning of the month of Aries. So in this video, I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about how we celebrate the Persian New Year in my tradition. And then I'm going to take you over to my altar that I've got set up here before me. And I want to show you guys closely what each of the items symbolize and then what the altar represents as a whole. So the new year kickstarts with the Festival of Fire. We make bonfires outside and we jump over the fire. The idea being that you cleanse yourself with the energy of the fire, which to the Zoroastrians, which is where my tradition comes from, is a pure element, a very pure element related to the sun god Mithra. So as you jump over the fire, you chant a simple chant which states the intention of releasing any old energies, any negativities that we may have accumulated throughout the year in exchange for the positive vitality, pure energy of the fire. Then on the day of spring equinox, we sit before the altar with our immediate family, dressed in brand new clothes, because we want to start the year new. It's the year of new beginnings. So we wear clothes from head to toe that we've never worn before. And then we sit and we wait till the final minute countdown second of the spring equinox. And then we just hug and kiss, exchange gifts. We call up our friends and family, wish them a happy new year. And so the giving of gift happens where the older ones are supposed to give gifts to the younger ones, and then the younger ones are supposed to pay visit and call the older ones. So there is this beautiful giving and receiving which happens. I like that idea. And then on that night, we prepare a meal of white fish cooked with tamarind and lots of herbs and spices. That's our turkey. We have turkey meals for Christmas and for big events, Thanksgiving here, and for us it's big fish, it's white fish. And then for 13 days the celebrations start. So all you do is you just visit friends and family, eat lots and lots of food and Persian sweets, which I'm going to show you on the altar here. And then for 13 days nobody works, everybody just goes out and visits. Visiting family and friends is very important here. Also, if you've had a friend that you haven't spoken to, if you have some conflicts in the family or with your friends, it is said that for the new year you're supposed to release all that. Anything old goes out the door, so you begin again, you become friends, you kiss and make up, and you start again. You forget any problems that you've had with people. And then on the 13th day, we are to leave the house and go spend time with nature, spend time outdoors. It is said that by staying indoors, you can attract bad omens to your home. So we leave the home, we go outside, we spend all day outside in the nature, having picnics with friends and family. And then we give back to nature, something which I'm going to show you here over at the altar. All right, here is my altar, my Haft-seen for Persian New Year, for Nowruz. Haft is the number 7 in Persian, and seen is the letter S. So there are 7 items which make the core of the Persian New Year altar, right in the middle. And then there are other items, some beginning with S, some not beginning with S, that also represent the new year, the coming of spring, growth, fertility, and all of the things which give the true essence of the altar, which holistically represents a harmonious life. So over here on the right, we have sabze. Sabze is the Persian word we call sprouted wheat, which we grow just before spring equinox. And that is meant to represent growth. It's meant to represent life. Green, the color green represents fertility, and then new beginning as the wheat is sprouted and grows into greenery. So rebirth is also another thing associated with this process of the wheat sprouting, growing, and then decaying. And when I was talking about the 13th day when we spend time outdoors, one of the things we do is we take our sabze with us and give it back to nature. So the process is, again, giving it back to nature, that process of rebirth, of growing, and remembering nature again. Right here in the center of my altar, we have Sib. Sib starts with the letter S, and it means apple. Apple represents life, health, beauty. It's a heavenly fruit, same as grapes and pomegranates are. And then to the left of the apple, we have Senjed. Senjed is the dry fruit of the lotus tree, and it represents love. Payam Nowruz, in his book Mysteries of the Mithras, says, "It is said that when lotus tree is in full bloom, its fragrance and its fruit make people fall in love and become oblivious to all else." Then right underneath the Senjed, we have Sir, which is garlic. And garlic is healing, it symbolizes medicine and healing and repels negativity, brings good luck. Then next to that we have Serke, which means vinegar. Vinegar is cleansing, it's purifying, again it gets rid of negative energies, and it represents old age and patience. Right next to Senja to the right, we have sumac, or as we call it, somab in Persian. Sumac berries represent the color of sunrise, with the appearance of the sun, light conquering darkness. And right above that, next to it, we have a pudding, which is made out of sprouted wheat, and it's called samanu. My mom actually makes that every year. You can also buy them. So there's nothing in it but wheat, actually. The wheat is sprouted and up until a certain stage, then it's dried and pulverized and cooked very slowly. It's a labor-intensive process, and it's highly nutritious. It's delicious. It represents transformation as the wheat cooks and changes form and transforms into something completely different and very complete, as it has fats and sugars and as well as other nutritious elements in it, so it is really complete. And then right above that we have seke, which represents, seke means coins. Coins represent abundance and prosperity. And then behind all of those we have a mirror. The mirror represents reflection. And according to the ancient Persian tradition, the belief is that creation took place on the first day of spring. So it is images and reflections of creation which we set before the altar. It's always behind all the items of the altar. And then over here I have rose water. Rose water represents purity. It has magical properties. And then right here we have a painted egg representing fertility and life. And then we have Persian sweets, of course. These ones are made out of rice flour. Right here, those ones are made out of chickpea flours. Chickpea flour and rice flour, those are the typical ones we set on the altar for Persian New Year. And then we have hyacinth and daffodils. Hyacinth represents spring, daffodils represent spring. Hyacinth actually begins with the letter S in Persian. We call it sombol. This one is still blooming, and these ones are from our garden. And then to the left again, I have goldfish. Goldfish represent life. And it's also the end of Pisces, end of the zodiac year. And then over there we have the book of Hafiz poetry, which is honored by the Persians. And then we also have an incense burner with esfand, which is Syrian rue, and that's for cleansing, for good luck, for happiness. So the two candlesticks on either side of the mirror represent happiness and enlightenment. The mirror, I remember when I was a child, my parents used to say that if you place the egg on the mirror on the exact time of spring equinox, the egg shakes ever so slightly because the earth is doing an exact 360-degree turn around the sun, and that's when the movement is noticed. So you place the egg on the mirror and you wait anxiously to see if the egg actually moves. And that was it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for being here. I'm so glad I could share this beautiful festivity of my culture with you. And until next time, happy spring, all the best, and many blessings. Take care. Bye.